My sister accused me of hitting her, and my parents pressed charges without even hearing my side. I was 17. I lost my scholarship, my team, my best friend. Last month, she finally admitted, I just wanted to see if they believe me. They did. Now it's my turn. And I won't need to lie to ruin her life. Perfect grades, perfect athlete, perfect son. I wanted to see if I could knock you down a peg. And it worked better than I ever imagined, she giggled drunkenly. I didn't think it would go so far, but once it started, I couldn't take it back without getting in trouble myself. So you just let it happen? Let me lose everything? She shrugged. You bounced back fine. Look at you now, successful business, nice apartment. It all worked out. She stumbled back inside before I could respond, leaving me alone with the confirmation of what I'd suspected for 8 years. It had all been a lie. A cruel, calculated experiment that destroyed my teenage years and cost me countless opportunities. That night, I made a decision. Emma had taught me something valuable. Actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences take years to arrive. Unlike her, I wouldn't need to lie or fabricate evidence. Emma had given me plenty of real material to work with over the years. I spent 2 weeks doing research. Emma had built herself a nice little life as a social media influencer with about 50K followers on Instagram and TikTok. She posted about mental health awareness, body positivity, and surviving family trauma. The irony wasn't lost on me. She'd turned her fake victim story into part of her brand, occasionally referencing her abusive brother in posts about overcoming adversity. She also had a serious boyfriend, David, who she'd been dating for 2 years. He was a doctor, came from a good family, and based on her recent posts, he was about to propose. She'd found a job at a non-profit that worked with abuse survivors, trading on her fabricated credentials as someone who'd overcome domestic violence. Everything she'd built was constructed on the foundation of her lie about me. It was time to remove that foundation. Phase 1 was simple, documentation. I'd kept everything from my case, court documents, police reports, witness statements. I also had something Emma didn't know about, my phone records from that night, showing the exact time I'd emailed my teacher about the extension, proving I'd been in my room when she claimed I was attacking her. More importantly, I'd been recording our conversation at the wedding. One-party consent state, completely legal, and I had her full confession on audio. Phase 2 was research. I dug into Emma's life over the past few years and found some interesting information. She'd been fired from 2 previous jobs for lying, once for claiming she had a degree she didn't have, and once for falsifying expense reports. She'd also been caught cheating in college, something she'd managed to keep quiet from most people. I found her college disciplinary records through a friend who worked in administration. I found the expense report incident through LinkedIn connections who'd worked at her previous company. Everything was documented, verifiable, and completely legal to obtain. Phase 3 was strategic release. I started with David, her boyfriend. I created an anonymous email account and sent him a carefully crafted message with just enough information to make him curious. I didn't mention the assault case, that would come later. Instead, I focused on the pattern of dishonesty. I thought you should know about Emma's history of deception, the email read. Check her college transcripts, she was suspended for academic dishonesty in 2019. Also look into why she was really fired from Morrison & Associates last year. It wasn't budget cuts like she told you. I included just enough specific details to be credible without revealing my source. A week later, Emma posted a cryptic Instagram story about people trying to sabotage her happiness. David had clearly confronted her about something. Phase 4 was her employer. The nonprofit she worked for took integrity very seriously, they had to, given their work with vulnerable populations. I sent them an anonymous tip.